It doesn't feel like it can, of course. I mean, it has a similar cutting profile, so you can get a lot of the same performance out of it. But the way that it feels, the weight on it, it just doesn't strike me as being a full replacement. Although, you know, it's my first time using it. And so maybe after I use this for a little bit, I might change my mind. I mean, it feels, this is a very ripe tomato. And so if you don't have a pristine edge, it's gonna show. And so there was a little bit of drag on this one. It still works. Let me do some cuts, some slices. I mean, it's definitely cutting. This is such an awkward angle. I haven't cut in front of camera in a long time, and so I don't know how I do this. This is really weird. So I can find a different studio setup where I can maybe do some standing or some different camera angles. If you got any ideas on what I might consider doing or how I might rearrange my studio, let me know. I'm definitely look into it. But for what we have right now, this is my COVID setup, and so I'm kind of in my bedroom right now. Well, not kinda. I am in my bedroom. Anyways, so it feels nice. Let me just see if I can push. I definitely can't push down just with the pressure of the knife itself. The edge isn't as sharp as you would need, but it does, you know, with the weight when you're dragging through, it just feels so weird cutting like this. It's not the knife at all, it's me. But it's definitely, with that added weight, it's just cutting through when you ever use the weight. You don't have to push, is what I'm trying to say. You don't have to use much force. It doesn't have a serrated edge that you move back and forth, but it's got a lot of heft, so it doesn't require much force. Now, Daikon. Let's see what we get out of this. This is a stout thing to cut, and so let me cut it in. Oh yeah, right there. That is a splitter. Look at that. So it definitely, if you have something heavy or rough that you need to cut, because of the thickness on the spine, you're gonna get a lot of splitting. It's not gonna be a precise cut at all, but because of the weight, it's gonna feel similar to a cleaver, and it's just gonna power through anything. So rough chops, things of that nature, you're not really trying to be precise or fine. I think you're gonna be fine with using this knife. It feels very, very comfortable. The profile feels very familiar, if you will, because it is that chef's knife, but the weight of it makes it feel very different. And I've been using that Millennia for a long time, and this has a very different feel. So if you're thinking that you're gonna pick this up and it's gonna feel exactly the same as your Millennia, it's not.